to expect for this week crypto market outlook. So of course, should we see another drawdown or another breather again for this week, or should we see the bottom is in? That is the most important thing that everyone is asking right now. Okay, can you buy the dip now? Okay, will this continue for another downfall? So yeah, I think a lot of people been still on the sidelines. Okay, I think probably still having the fear of entering right now. Okay, and of course fear of maybe the cycle is over. Probably that's for BTC alone, right? Okay, and then of course we look at the sentiment is also bearish. We look at the US government shutdown also is still yet to open. Okay, so there could be a possibility of reopen probably by end of this month for the US government to start operating again. And then once that happens, then I think most likely business is back to normal. But nonetheless, we're going to see here. Okay, so when is a good time to buy? Okay, so this is by 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗁𝗍𝗀. Okay, only if, right, Bitcoin selling pressure is eased by half. Okay, but bulls can only be hopeful if 110,000 is reclaimed, right? So you want the 110K to maintain that level as support rather than the resistance. Okay, all right. So Bitcoin whales have been cashing out billions since 100K level. Okay, right. So the bull cycle was over early this year, but MicroStrategy and ETF inflow cancel the bear market. Okay, so if those fade, sellers will dominate again. There is still heavy selling pressure. Okay, but if you think that the macro outlook is strong, that is a good time to buy. Okay, so yeah, I think these are the sentiment right now that is happening. Okay, all right. So should you be sideways? Should you be sideways, or is this a bullish momentum right now? Okay, so if you look at the Bitcoin realized profit in the last 7 days, okay, so the realized profit has hit about 1 to 2B since late September. Then on July, when long-term holders accelerated the sell-off, okay, even I think the new OG whales, okay, so new OG whales also getting their self liquidated or probably underwater. So that is the case here. Okay, all right. So yeah, I think overall this is probably short-term noise. Okay, so the selling pressure has eased by half, and improvement in the macro front could trigger the needed lift off for the next leg higher, right? So yeah, I think overall we can see the sentiment right now probably is short-term bearish. I think we want to clear all these people first, especially all those old-timers who are in this space for many cycles. Okay, then probably this is their fourth cycle already. So probably they should expect Bitcoin to top first. And then that's what they've been selling at the top. Okay, 120K, 126. Okay, then of course, moving on next week, ETF inflows. Okay, currently is still lack, right, of inflows coming in. Flows weaken while whales dominate. Okay, the overall selling pressure from whales has outpaced the combined demand for ETF and digital asset treasury that is coming in from MicroStrategy as well. And of course, from BlackRock. Okay, so massive selling pressure that seems to overwhelm the ETF's inflows. That is also caused another downfall. Okay, so the confidence is not there. But that's why you can see the setup is actually bearish. Okay, then we can see here, DAT activity remains subdued but crucial unless legacy supply clears. And the base case stays range, okay, somewhere around 118K, then upside. So that is what I want to see, 110, 118K. Okay, 110K is it needs to maintain the level of support. So for now, it's the critical resistance zone that it needs to beat. Okay, so until we are still below 110K, then it is still quite concerning. Okay, it's still quite concerning. So should we see a break for today or within this week above 110K? That is what we see. Maintain that as support, then we've got a chance again to continue a new all-time high for BTC. Okay, so yeah, whole structure, we claim 108 to 110, and momentum starts to maintain. And then, of course, we look at the selling pressure also will start to reduce. Okay, so that is what we want to see, right, for the outlook for this week. Okay, so next, okay, coming in here. So we have the ETF that is coming in for Chainlink. Okay, so this is by Bitwise. They are going to submit the application. Okay, now currently waiting for SEC approval. Okay, so I think a lot of ETFs will be coming in, not only on Chainlink. Ripple, Solana. I think Solana also just gotten approved a few weeks back. Okay, all right. Look at the Bitwise Asset Management. Okay, and once it's proposed ETF to the operational stage by listing it on BTCC, right? So, yeah, I think overall very good. Okay, so Chainlink is made in America, so this will have some good fundamentals. Okay, if anything made in America, that's where you will have some bullish fundamentals. Okay, for the price to go up as well. Okay, so yeah, I think overall Chainlink is still holding very steady. $15. Okay, but I think the all-time high was what, $30 or $40, not mistaken. Okay, so I think this one is going to be a slow climb. Okay, right, but this one it needs patience to actually push higher. Okay, so yeah, anything that is bullish right now, most likely market is pricing in for Chainlink. Until the official listing for the ETF for Chainlink, then most likely there will be a sell the news event. Okay, all right. And then next year, we're going to see it coming in from Cardano. So I think if you have Cardano, right? So I think this is the new project that they're launching. Okay, so Cardano card. I think you can able to spend your Cardano in this by using this card. Okay, so overall, they have already gone to 130 countries. Okay, all right. So this is their new utility here. Okay, so we can see here, this is the launch during the Cardano Summit this year alone. Okay, letting over 6 million Forex users, okay, 130 countries to spend their Cardano and other assets installed. So a lot of companies right now, they have their own debit card or their whatever crypto card, right? And it's very competitive. Okay, so I think currently right now we are using the Breitbart card. Okay, and then of course we look at the fees, we look at the transaction, we look at the Forex conversion. Okay, ATM fee withdrawal also, right? So yeah, I think a lot of these companies will start to come out with this for you to withdraw. Okay, another alternative. So also another utility for their own project, right? Instead of just buying and selling. So with this type of option, which actually create more options, right, for people who can able to use instead of just trading, right? So yeah, I think Cardano has been around since the last 2 cycles. Okay, I think of course the airdrop, midnight airdrop, I'm not sure whether you guys have also claimed. I think they are also going to drop, I think most likely by next month. Okay, the midnight airdrop. Okay, so yeah, I think overall we can see 6 million users across 130 countries. Okay, and this is something to do with their own blockchain and the Wirex global ecosystem as well, payment provider. Okay, so yeah, I think overall this is actually a good start. Okay, but I'm not sure whether this is benefit for people like us, especially coming in from Asia, because most of these cards are mostly catered to US and to Europe. Okay, so you have to find out if you really want, but I think there are other cards as well. In terms of technical, I think Cardano is still lagging behind. So currently is slightly below 60 cents, right? 60, 70 cents. Okay, so long recovery there. Okay, all right, so later we can be able to look into it. And then moving on next. Okay, so we can see what's happening now. A lot of people talking about altcoin season. Okay, and of course, first thing we're going to look at is the Bitcoin dominance. Very important, right? So what's happening now with Bitcoin dominance is starting to fall. It's starting to show some sign of weakness. That is what we want to see. Okay, that is what we want to see. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin dominance is somewhere around 61%. Okay, then if you look at this, during the final stages of Bitcoin bull run, okay, BTC chart climbs while BTC dominance drop. Okay, and then this is also when alt season occurs simultaneously. Okay, so if you look at the chart one, which is 2017, 2021, this is the one. 2017 bull run, what happened? The dominance went down to 49%. Right? Bitcoin dominance dropped below 49% right after Bitcoin top is in peak. Okay, that was 2017. Then compared to 2021, also quite similar. Drop below 49%. Okay, I think the last was at 42. See here. Also the Bitcoin bull run, and also BTC top is in as well. Okay, and then dominance drop. Okay, so yeah, overall we can see maybe it might not replay, but most likely it might rhyme as well. Okay, so yeah, you can see we should pay attention to this when assessing whether it's time to perhaps take some BTC profits. Okay, while the dominance drop too, below 49%. And then altcoin profits would just be around the corner as well, right? So I think this is where everyone is waiting for, the altcoin season. Until Bitcoin dominance drops, that's where we want to see. Okay. All right, so summary here, the time has come for BTC dominance to drop very soon. Okay. So probably mid-November. Now we are already almost mid-November, already 12th of November, right? Okay, so I think most likely it's about to happen, and maybe it might come. Okay, so Bitcoin needs to begin its last leg up soon, and this timing would make a lot of sense. Yeah, so yeah, I think this is the final rally. I think most likely Bitcoin will create another lower high compared to the previous high. Maybe it might go all the way to 120. Okay, 120-ish, then I think that will be the final move. Okay, all right. So we look here, current cycle right now for Bitcoin dominance. Okay, this is an ascending channel for the BTC dominance at the moment. So whenever happens like this, most likely there could be a chance of a break towards the downside. So we're going to see maybe this might happen very, very soon. So hopefully all aligned. Okay, and yeah, let's see what's going to happen for the mid of November leading up to the new year as well. Then next, okay, we talk about market maturing. Okay, so I think if you look at the market sentiment, and of course the profits and distribution, okay, so profits are getting diminished. You're getting diminished returns, okay. Your gains are also not much compared to the last two cycles, okay. Why? Is because everyone in crypto has gotten so used to this market movement, okay, in full correlation over the last decade, okay. So there are two scenarios here, right? Every single crypto asset going down together, which ends in a bear market, or every single crypto asset going up together, which equivalent to a bull market. Okay. All right. And then of course here I mentioned that's not how the market's matured. Okay. So as crypto matures, it's becoming just another market where assets starts to decouple and move more independently. So far we have not seen that yet for crypto versus stocks, right? We have not seen that yet. So whenever stock market goes down, BTC also goes down. Only thing that is not correlated is Bitcoin and gold at the moment. Gold goes up, but Bitcoin goes down. That's the difference right now, decoupling. Okay, so yeah, we're going to see. So Bitcoin tops first. Usually then after that, Bitcoin starts to rally, but until now, we still yet to see that. Okay, so Bitcoin and majors are breaking all-time high. Okay, all getting close. Some solid assets like Hyperliquid, Zcash are outperforming the entire market. Okay, because this is not the last two cycles where all types of coins starts to go up. Only a certain coins only went up. Okay, most of the coins are bleeding. So you have to really choose your ALTS. Okay, you have to really choose, especially for this cycle. And if your coins are not performing, you're holding from last two cycles, then maybe you might need to cut, right? You might need to rebalance. Okay, because you cannot be holding. Okay, you cannot be holding for the next cycle as well. So market has changed. Okay, good news is there's still a ton of money to be made, right? Which is true. So you need to find the next opportunity. Okay, so you cannot stick with the old narrative, but you need to continue to search. Okay, so you cannot continue to be a back holder from the last two cycle. Okay, so if you have been holding that coin from last two cycle and it's down like 90 to 95%, so I think you should know what to do, right? Instead of holding, you should maybe cut. Okay, and then probably convert back to stables or BTC or ETH first. And then probably reconsider again for the next cycle. Okay, how can you able to deploy? How you can able to position yourself better compared to the last two cycles. So that's how you learn. Okay, so if you are losing money right now, it's simply a skill issue, which is very true. So a lot of people do not have the skill issue here. They come in, they just buy and they become complacent, very comfortable. Okay, price goes down like 80, 90%, they probably not bothered. Then they hope that the price can continue to go up or to probably break even. Okay, or probably when the price of the coin goes up, maybe 1x or 5x, probably they'll say, oh, probably still can go up some more. Without realizing, even to take out their capital, they will still continue to hold. So that's the thing, right? It's simply a skill issue. So you must know when to, take out your capital, and of course know when to take out your profits. So every cycle will teach you a lesson. So that's the thing here. And if you're not learning till now, Okay, if you've been repeating the same mistake from the last cycle, right? Like you buy the coin and you become complacent, not bothered. And if you bring the same mentality again for this cycle, then I think you deserve to lose everything again. Okay, so you never learn. Okay, I've seen many like this, cycle after cycle, repeating the same thing. Top up fresh money from their pocket. Okay, keep coming in, but they don't know how to come out. Okay, no exit strategy. That is the worst thing. Okay, next, moving on next. Okay, we have this airdrop now. Okay, so ETINA season 4, for those of you who have been staking on ETINA, might want to go and claim. Okay, they've been around for many rounds. Okay, so it's a liquid restaking platform, especially focusing more on stable coins. Okay, USDC, USDT, and then they have their own ETINA stable coin as well. Okay, as ENA, stake ENA. Okay, so yeah, now already moving on to season 5. Okay, so for those of you who have been doing this, you might want to go and claim. Okay, for season 4. And then next year coming in from layer 0. So layer 0 now, I think for those of you who've been transacting on Stargate or holding the layer 0 token, okay, probably you might qualify for this espresso drop. Okay, so yeah, I think for those of you who have been still holding, probably maybe you should qualify. I'm not sure how much are you guys going to get, but probably there's something here. Okay, for espresso. Then next, coming in from Allura. So Allura drop now is currently live, so you can able to claim here. Prime.Allura Foundation. Okay, so this one is from Cosmos ecosystem. Okay, so I think this one is previously from a testnet. Okay, previously from a testnet, and then now you can able to claim for those of you have been doing. So you can check your eligibility here. Okay, whether you're Kaito or you're doing the testnet. Okay, and then you want to check, right? Allura, EBM, or Solana. So you can choose actually. Okay, so yeah, this is the one. And then next year, right? For those of you who have been doing airdrop since day 1, and if you're just claiming the airdrop without realizing your profits or even selling or converting back to stable. So these are the aftermath, right, of each airdrop, okay, that this person have compiled. Okay, day 1 sellers are outperforming holders by wide margin. This is the brutal truth for those of you who have been doing the airdrop. Okay, if you're the type who likes to do the airdrop and then just claim without even realizing your capital or your time, okay, cost of opportunity. So this is a result here. Okay, for most projects, holders have lost around 2/3 of their initial airdrop value. Okay, you can sell and get in at a lower price point later, right? If you want to be a community member or really believe in the tech. Okay, so this is the thing here. For those of you who've been holding this since day 1 and you have not sold a single coin, this is the outlook. You can see compared to all these projects, only 2 only outperform. Okay, ABNT only 10%, 10.4, HEMI 75%. But overall, if you look at it, majority are down. 86%, 83%, or 82%. So yeah, that's why I'm telling. Once you get the airdrop, the first thing that you want to do, maybe you might want to sell half and keep half. Okay, that's the thing. Or if your airdrop is being vested, let's say they give you 70-30. So probably 30% only they allow you to withdraw, right? So that 30%, I will usually sell 100% because I got remaining 70% being locked. So you want to reduce the risk, right? You got no choice. Like Somya, right? The Young already got the Somya. So they only released 20%. So instead of holding the 20%, right, I sell off first 100%, sell the 20% off because I got still 80% there, still stuck. So people don't see all this. So you have to understand, next drop, if you're getting something like this, 70-30, 60-40, okay, and the remaining lot, the first thing that you want to do is you want to sell whatever vesting allocation that you have. Of course, not financial advice, right? But this is the aftermath, okay, of holding overall the airdrops, okay? Majority are at a loss. Okay, you can see already. So you want to protect your cost of opportunity when you want to do an airdrop. So you don't want to waste time in doing it, then you're holding the bag and the airdrop value starts to go down. So you don't want that to happen. Okay, instead of that, you need to reduce your risk. Okay, converting back to stables or probably into BTC or ETH, right? If you want to hold something that is liquid. Okay, so this is a lesson. Okay, probably you can also take note if you are actively doing the drop. This is the aftermath. Okay, and this is the reality for those of you who are holding all kinds of airdrop, but don't even want to realize any profits or gains. Okay, so yeah, and then next year coming in from coin market cap. So we can see here, coin market cap. Okay, where are we now? 3.54 trillion. Okay, 3.54 trillion. BTC is at 104.9. DH 3.5. Okay, any gainers for today? We have DAC red 20%. Aster is up now 12%. Canton 12%. Story 11. So a lot of these are slowly gaining traction. Okay, Render also is up quite a lot. SPX is 900. Okay, so yeah, I think overall market is slowly recovering, but again, majority of the alts are still down from this recovery here. Okay, so now we go on to dominance. So how is dominance doing? That is the most important thing. So if any question, feel free to put in the chat box. I'll answer it later on. So your monthly time frame, the middle band here, 59%, 59.93. Okay, and then of course the re-entry sell is here. So far we test rejected. Right now it's back down again. And then of course we're going to see here as support. This will be around 57.13. And then of course we're going to look here, right? It's level here at 54.71. And then on weekly time frame also we can see, okay, BB squeeze. Okay, price still try to break above the middle band, but still getting rejected. So now this week, very important. Should we see the price of this to break below or to maintain above? If it breaks below, then it's a very good opportunity because then we're going to look for this level here, 57.76 as a support. Okay, if continue to climb up, then 62% will be next, which is not good. Okay, so we don't want that. But on daily, what's happening now? You can see double extreme sell, double top. So double extreme sell, there could be a high chance of a break towards the downside, a very strong chance to break down. Okay, you can see these two levels here. Okay, high chance for a breakdown. Let's see. Hopefully, daily is about to playing out now. So retest on the re-entry sell. Okay, probably we might test back here, 59.55. Okay, then slowly we might see around here, 59%. Okay, so yeah, I think if it will play out, then I think most likely 57. Okay, will be the next estimation for the dominance. Okay, so I think that's where everybody has been waiting for. We look at H4 also another confirmation on dominance, extreme sell here to confirm for a sell setup here. So which means ALTS, I think most likely to perform. Okay, if the dominance continue to go down like this, that is what we want to see. Then we look on to it against Bitcoin. So Ethereum starts to outperform. Okay, look at the money chart. What happened? Descending, break. Okay, and then close above the middle band, confirmation from sell to buy, pull back again for the re-entry, right? For the setup here to maintain this level of support. Very, very important. Okay, so as long as this support to maintain, then most likely have a higher chance to break higher. Okay, to even retest the top will be here at 0.05709. Okay, for the ETH against Bitcoin. And then on weekly, you can see BB squeeze on weekly. Okay, you can see squeezing, which means money, there could be a buy to sell setup here. I think there could be a huge movement that's coming in for ETH against Bitcoin. So on daily now, very interesting. Should we see a break above the middle band? 0.03442. So if this, within these few days or within this week, if we're able to close above this middle band here, will be a very big deal. And then most likely to continue to retest even higher, 0.03669. So hopefully we can able to do that for ETH against Bitcoin. Okay, so I think it's really retesting now. It's really trying to reclaim back all these levels. Once that's done, I think most likely will be an explosive move. Then BTC now. So what's happening now, BTC? Okay, so we have this level here, spot 102.3. Okay, and then your resistance is here as well, 114.3. Okay, look at the daily time frame, weekly time frame. So weekly now it's already downtrend, right? Break below the lower BB here. So your next support will be where here? 100.8K. Okay, that will be the critical support. So far on weekly, it's still not convincing. It's still creating a reversal candle, but it's still weak. What we want this week is to fully engulf this candle here, this previous candle here, right? At 110K. So the 110K is the level where we want to see the level as support, because currently now is the major resistance. So it really needs to break above that, maintain that level of support, and then most likely it might continue to go up higher further. Daily, okay, what you can see here, still below the middle band at 107.5. Now, should we see this level as consolidation or a ranging period here? So as long as Bitcoin can range and consolidate, then maybe there's a high chance of a push above 107.5. Okay, break above that, then most likely it will be quite volatile for a move towards the upside. Okay, so we're going to see that level as well for the H4. Okay, price now start to break back up again, close above the middle band. Now, should we see a reversal or should we see a continuation to push higher to 107? That is for daily time frame. Okay, Ethereum now 3.5. Look at monthly. Okay, so we can see here, right? Momentum pullback. So this is the current support here, 3.1. So a lot of supports here that it needs to maintain, right? 3758. Okay, that'll be another one. Okay, and then continuation higher. This one, it needs to beat 4.4K or 4.3. Look at weekly now. So weekly also doing BB squeeze. That means Monday there could be a buy to sell. Okay, so buy signal maybe to happen. Okay, so we can see already weekly break below the middle band. So maybe most likely there could be a short-term reversal back up, which probably push the price back to the sell zone here, or at the middle band, 3.9 or the 4K level. Yep, so again, like I said, the 4K level, it needs to maintain a support. Okay, this is a crucial level here. Okay, so we're going to see whether or not can it able to break above and maintain 4K as support. Look at DD now. Momentum sell, pullback for the entry sell. Okay, so it needs to challenge the middle band at 3698. Okay, for continuation up again to challenge for 4K. Okay, so that's if. All right. So overall, I think we're going to see for this weekend, right, how is the weekend is going to move. Well, other coins also are starting to hit higher. Okay, so yeah, what's next? Let's see here. What happened to Zcash? Zcash. So Zcash, what's happening? Look at monthly. So all-time high is at 750, all-time high. And then this year alone, how much was it? $35. Low was how much? 34.45. Okay. How many times there already? Oh, 21x. Can you imagine? 21x, 21 times your money. Even this year alone, just on Zcash. And not long only, right? When was the move? November 1st. That was on the monthly. Right, here. Am I seeing correctly? November. Is it November? This is August. Oh, this is on August. September. October, November. How many months only here? Since August. Okay, September, October, November. Three months, 21x. Okay, for Zcash. Okay, a privacy coin. This is last two cycle, OG coin as well. This was the last cycle here, 2019. And this was the last bull run. Top at how much here? 372. Okay, double top, went down, consolidation, and then break again. So I think this could also cause another similar pattern like this. Okay, and then we look at weekly now. You can see already huge reversal candle. I think most likely it's coming for another breakdown. Okay, we take from the high and to this low here. So the next level will be here, 0.5397 for pullback. Look at daily, extreme sell forming. Okay, now just slightly maintaining above the middle band. Maybe it might continue to go higher to create a lower high. We test at 591. And then maybe we might see another drop back down again. That could be another scenario for Zcash. Okay, so I think the setup is already done. You can see here already. Okay, double top, lower high compared to the previous high. That is how you should spot something like this on BTC. Okay, so one more last ready for BTC, something like this, and then down. Okay, you'll create something slightly high, slightly lower compared to the previous high, and then continue to go down. M pattern. Again, so that's Zcash for you. Then what else? XMR also we have XMR also another privacy coin. I think people are chasing this for next Zcash. So we're going to see whether or not can this thing continue. Monero, right? Monero also another coin, OG coin, since I think 2019 as well. Okay, XMR. You have a longer chart. It's 2019. Okay, so it's still yet to break past the current all-time high at 518. So the all-time high here was 470. Okay, so yeah, I think you can see here a parabolic movement. Okay, I think people are chasing the next narrative now. 422 is a level to break. Support zone will give you around here. 326 for the money time frame. Look at weekly. And you can see already V-shape. Now, should we see probably a short-term pullback? I think this will give you some time to accumulate here for XMR. Okay, probably here to here. The retracement will be where? Golden ratio 378, slightly above. Okay, and then next will be 350, leading up to 321. Okay, for Monero. Right, look at daily now. Extreme sell forming, pullback, still creating higher highs and higher lows. Okay, still very solid. So we want to see this level also on the middle band to retest at 352. Or else we move back all the way back to the re-entry sell here. 408. So that's Monero. So far, overall, very bullish, but we look at H4 starting to hit down, or probably to consolidate around this range. Okay, consolidate around this range before we see another break again. Or maybe to create a lower high compared to the previous high. That could be another scenario to end the bull run for this type of comps. Okay, so yeah, what else? I think there were a few here as well. Okay, so we have covered Zcash, XMR, and of course we got Hyperliquid. Let's see. Right. So Hyperliquid. Let's see what's happening now. Hyperliquid. All right, so yeah, if you look here on Monday, Hyperliquid. Okay, extreme sell form. The support zone is here. Okay, that will be 27. Now you see what's happening now on weekly. I already told you guys, Hyperliquid, I think the run-up is already done. You can see here very clearly, lower high compared to the previous high. This is something you can able to spot. So next level will retest where? The lower BB again, $36. The more it retests this support, the more it's going to break down. Okay, and then next you're going to see here is this support zone at 28.6. So I think Hyperliquid I'm going to accumulate for the next cycle, which is the next bear market. Okay, so this one we should KIV, right? Not financial advice, but this one I'm going to do. Okay, so is to mark all these zones and of course let the run up to play, because I think Hyperliquid is already done. Okay, all right, the momentum it is already done, so probably most likely to remain stagnant or to continue to break over. So 36.51 will be the support. Okay, daily already broken. If you look at H4, what happened? Break below the lower BB. So should we see to break above $40? Okay, that will be another talk again. Okay, so yeah, I think maybe we're going to see whether end of this month or by December. Okay, if not, if it's still stagnant like this, I think the run-up is finished for Hyperliquid. Okay, I think most likely it might continue to break lower. Okay, and then next, what else? And then we have, okay, we're going to look at what happened to StarkNet. This is also another layer 2, StarkNet. I don't know whether this one still survives or not. Okay, wow, this one they really dumped the community during the airdrop. It's a layer 2 platform. Okay, so yeah, dump consolidation. Okay, I don't see this thing is going to come back because I think the community is not happy with them. Okay, and of course the ecosystem is totally dead for now. 17 cents, right? Is the level to watch to break above. Okay, other than that, I don't think so. It's going to recover that well. Sideways stagnant consolidation. Okay, this level as well will be the main support at 10 cents. Look at daily now. Extreme sell. So there could be a sell setup going on daily itself. H4 also, we can see extreme sell, break below the low middle band. Change of direction from buy to sell, pull back, getting rejected again. Next level will be lower BB at 12 cents. Okay, so overall downhill for StarkNet, I don't see this thing is going to recover, right, for this bull run as well.